Alright, so now we are ready to start our first cloud instance using Azure. So let's just go ahead and log in. Just type portal.azure.com and you need to sign in using your Microsoft account that you have used to create this. You can create the virtual machine through the PowerShell, through the CLI, through the C# code, through the this management console, right? So we are going to create a VM using this interface, and we will also configure the virtual machine as well as all the resources that are required to start this virtual machine. Okay, so let's go back. Click on this plus button where you see it. So just click over here. Now you need to click, there are various different components like compute, networking, storage, web, mobile. So let's just click on compute as this is a virtual machine. These are a list of servers that are available for us. If we are not satisfied, let's just click on see all and you can just click on this Windows server. These are different type of servers that are available right now. Data center, essential, Windows 2012 data center, 2016 data center. So let's go ahead and create maybe this one, Windows Server 2012 data center in Azure cloud. So click over here. It is just about the legal terms and condition, right? The publisher is Microsoft, so you just have to go here and select. There are two types of deployment model. One is a classic and the another one is resource manager, right? So there are two, and I'll explain you the difference between that two. So for the classic model, if you are using the Azure for a while, you are pretty much used to this portal. It is used to create and configure old Azure resources that supports the classic deployment model. You cannot use it or to create or configure resources that only support the resource manager. So depending upon what type of resources you have, you need to go with the resource manager model only. So just click on create. Now this will show you a basic settings, right? So let's just type the name is e-learning server 2012 data center instance. Okay, this is about the disk type. Right now there are two disk types that are available, SSD as well as HDD. SSD is always going to be cheaper, so you have to go with HDD as this is just a trial version. But if you want to create something with the SSD supported disk, especially if you are using your computer, your server, for the performance, then it makes sense to use the SSD drive. For the if you know that the server is doesn't matter for the performance, you can go with HDD. Let's see the error. It's still the error. So e-learning server. Okay. You can type the username as administrator. You can just create it as e-learning admin. Password, just keep something simple that you can remember. So I just kept it a capital P, password 1. The password must not include the repeated words or unsupported keywords. So let me just create something with little bit complex word. You need to use that as well. That's also just type some complex password. It is still not working. It requires really complex password. You need to make sure the password is at least 12-digit long. Okay. The subscription, that is something as you are using a free trial. So that's why this will belong to the free trial one. Okay. Right. So just click on the free trial. Let's create a new resource. I'm just going to create it as e-learning. That is a resource. The location can be east or west, east US2 or west US and west US2. So let's just say we pick east US. Okay. Save up to 40% if you already have a Windows Server 2012 license. Right now, we do not have the license, so we are just going to click OK. Here it will show you all the sizes, right? So you can pick up, I mean, there are different versions, and it is also going to show you the price as well. So you just have to wait. There you go. Make sure you guys click on view all to see all the instances that are available for us. Okay. You can keep looking at it, right? Based on if you want to go with this, it will have 8 core CPUs and 28 GB memory, 25,000 max IOPS, 56 GB local SSD. It supports the load balancing as well and the premium disk support. If you run this server for entire month, your estimated cost is gonna be $1,500. If you run this one for entire month, your estimated cost is going to be 245. So it all depends on all these parameters, and based on that, they tell you the actual cost that it's going to take, right? There are so many different versions out there, so you just have to pick whatever is required. So for example, right now I'm just going to pick something that is uh, let's just pick up something that's very it should cost us less as we are just running the trial version. This one is with still with 2 cores. Let's see if something we can find it with only 1 core. Okay. Let's just find that out. Okay, so let's just pick something. I think there was a one with $151. So let's just click that one. There you go. So we'll just go with the D2 uh, or D1 standard. There are a lot of them. There you go. This is one more, the cheapest one. This is also a standard one. Oh, it's only going to cost us. It will only going to cost us like $77 or something, right? So we are just going to pick up that. Now, let's just say, for example, the A1 basic. That is just a 1 core. It has a 2 GB memory. It is a 2 data sets, right? And 2 times 300. So we'll just pick this one. So click on this, or we can just go with the A0 basic. So select this for entire month. It's going to cost us like $14 only. Okay. Now just click select. Over here, you can just either go with the manage disk. You can just enable this feature if you want Azure to automatically manage the disk for to provide the data redundancy, fault tolerance without creating and managing your own storage account. So now we have already created a storage account. The storage account name is this new e-learning. Remember, this is a standard account only and it supports a locally redundant storage, right? So you can just pick up a proper one and just click on OK. Okay. So this will be your storage account. Network, we will go over this concept. If you have created your own virtual network, then you can just select that particular virtual network. But for now, we do not have any virtual network, right? So we are just going to go with the default one. The subnet, the default one is 10.0.0.0. This is your subnet that belongs to this particular network. Okay. Now, we can also take a look at the public IP address. This is the IP address that you are going to use if you want to connect to your virtual instance, virtual machine from outside the network, right? That's when you will use this particular setting. Network security group, that is just the firewall. I will go through this later. Just click on extension so you can see what are the possible extension so that you can enable, add a new features like customer configuration management, like virtual machine configuration management, right? So you can just pick that one. In the extension, in the availability set, here you can just click on this. You can change the availability set as well, but for now let's just keep it as none. In this one you have a monitoring as a boot diagnostic, right? So we will just enable this for now, as well as you have a guest OS. Let's just keep the rest of the things as default and click on OK. So let's just verify all the settings one more time. This is your basic, your subscription, resource group, your location, your settings, your computer name, your disk type, your username, your size, the storage account, manage, virtual network, your subnet, public IP, your network security group, your availability set, your guest OS diagnostic, and boot diagnostic and diagnostic storage account. So you just have to review all this summary and just click on OK. All right. So now, as you notice, this shows that you are deploying a Windows Server 2012 right now. It shows up on your dashboard. Okay, so that's the place it will show up. As soon as this instance is ready, you can just click here and you can also check the status that the deployment date is this, the status is this, the duration is this, the resource group is this, the related is this, and these are all other details like location, virtual machine size, all other things. You can just take a look at it. Just go back to the dashboard again. And we just have to wait until this instance is ready. All right, so it seems like it is still getting created. It takes usually 2 to 3 minutes to create any virtual instance. Just wait for like few minutes until this is ready. You guys can again go back to the dashboard and just click over here, and then you guys should see the status as well. Just click on this. Go to the dashboard, just click over here and you should see the status as well, right? So it is still deploying. And remember, it is not deploying just a computer, right? It is deploying many other things. So if you go to the all the resources, you can just see all the things like e-learning. So that is your storage account. Then it is deploying your disk. That is also a storage account. Then your virtual machine. That's also your e-learning server. Your network interface, your public IP address, your network security group, and your virtual network. So you are planning to deploy all other things into this particular resource group. You are deploying your entire instance in East US. Your subscription is a free trial one. Your type is the storage account and the virtual machine. And these are all the resources that you are deploying right now. So let's just make sure the deployment, it is still going on right now. So we again, let's just wait, and you guys can also check the output, right? There is no deployment output yet, and these are all the input that you are creating your instance with, right? So you can just refresh and keep checking the status as well. So let's just wait. Refresh it just to make sure the status is live. The duration is 1 minute and 8 seconds as of now. Just go back to the dashboard and you can see the status. Once it is available, then you can see the status to be changed. There you go. So now, as you guys can see, your instance is created right now. So just go to the dashboard. Okay. You can just see this instance is running for you. So just click on this one. Click on all the resources. So these are all the resources that are running for you right now. You can just click on this e-learning server. So it shows all the details about your computer or your virtual machine. As soon as you click on overview, you can see the various option about show the data for last 1 hour. You can see the CPU usage for your computer. You can also see it for last 6 hours. This is more like a monitoring thing. You can also see it for last 7 days and 30 days. This is your network in and network out. This is your disk bytes that you have. This is your CPU that you have. These are the disk operations per second, right? Now you will have a resource group as e-learning. That's what the resource group you have created. Okay. Let me just show you first everything step by step and then I will explain you. Okay. The status for this virtual instance is running. The location is in the East region. Your subscription, your ID, this is your computer name or a host name. The operating system for this computer is Windows. The size is 1 core and 0.75 GB RAM, right? This is your public IP. So if you want to connect it from your computer, this is the address that you need to use. And this is your e-learning, this vnet.default. If you click on activity log, right, this shows you all the activity that went on onto your virtual server.